Yo, what is going on? It is Thursday, April 16th, 11:44 a.m. today. I think I kind of failed a little bit today. Ended up taking one trade, only an eval trade, which it did end up hitting. So let me pull up the P&L card. This was what the eval trade hit for. So this trade was only taken on one account. This is just eval, so it's not really like exciting to me. I mean, it's good. Like, it's good to see the improvement because before, I would be scared on eval. Even like I used to even be scared on eval. So it's good to see that improvement to where I'm just smacking it. I'm risking heavy on them like I wanted to. This was the trade. It was 2.8 R on the eval, but let's get into the day before we get into that. So coming into the day, I was kind of bullish again. Why? Because we had just, where's it at? We were not far away. This is all-time highs. We were right here. Like, we're not far away from all-time highs. ES was, again, look, ES is right next to all-time highs. I was bullish. Right at open, I obviously, like, ideally, I would want to see a Judas swing down. Leave a 930 wick, Judas swing down into this 4-hour. And then off of this 4-hour, we long to this 930 wick, which look at the setup. Beautiful. Perfect, right? We left behind this 30-second right here. This 30-second, beautiful, right? At 9:30 and whatever, 9:30 exactly. I would have loved to have been, immediately Judas swing down, come down, even through all of this accumulation, even this, if we would have started pumping up from here. But once we had this big ass sell off after all this accumulation, I kind of started thinking to myself, like, by 10 a.m., 10 a.m. didn't open low. 10 a.m. just stayed high. I was kind of like, what was this play? Oh, this was a long off this individual hour. Okay. But yeah, I'm like, I don't really want to be trading this, like, necessarily. Like, we don't have clear and obvious points where we want to go yet. I don't really want to touch internal structure at the moment. Like, I want to see things get a little bit more clear. And this is why I'm saying that I failed. I'll get into that in a second. But right here, we had this play into this 5-minute gap right here. Just didn't take it because we were rejecting off an hourly. There was, like, no internal SMT. NQ definitely was a leading asset all day long. Where are we at? Okay. Right, so we just kind of like left this behind, tapped up this hourly pretty nice, and then would have edged this 5-minute. Chopped around again. Then we started pumping. Here, I still would have been willing to take this 30-second trade. Then we create, this is why I say I failed. This definitely should have been a funded play. Why do I say that? We have this internal SMT right here where ES was still all the way down here opposed to this high, as you can see right here, right? Another point that I really, really should have paid attention. Well, I knew it, right? I just didn't implement it. Look at how beautiful we rejected off of OTE of the New York range. To the fucking tick, damn near. SMT, great displacement down. Honestly, probably would have taken it if it had done it on one of these 3 candles, but then didn't do it on this. And honestly, let's see if I even would have gotten filled. Let's check that. Like, okay. Nah, I probably wouldn't have gotten filled by a tick. I know myself. I would have left that shit right here. Maybe I would have drug it down a little bit. I don't know. That's a tough one in the moment. But would have been break even at those equal lows to this internal sell side, which would have been 1 to 1.16. Would have played out in literally seconds. That's why I think this was actually a really good trade. Just because of those equal lows being right there in the displacement, heading very obviously towards them. I just, yeah. I don't know what the fuck I was thinking right there, man. That one's on me. 100% on me. I definitely think, like, I was still kind of in the mindset to where, like, I want to see these longs play out for my funded play, like, immediately. Because I was still open to them even, like, before 10:30. Like, if we just started pumping up. But we didn't get to play until 11:05 a.m. By then, I was like, yeah, I'll just eval play it. But again, we had another... I think this one hit OTE as well. Just an internal range OTE. Yep. Then we started pumping up slowly, but I didn't like this too. Like, if this candle would have done it, let's do it. Let's do it. Like, one of these 2 candles right here would have done it. Even if we respected it, then pumped up, let's do it. But then we sat in about, I'd say, 14 minutes of accumulation before we started seeing some good momentum up, which is why I eventually only took this on eval, which was just, we respected like a... What did we respect? I think we respected we respected this 5-minute gap right down here pretty well, as you can see. We respected this 5-minute gap, so we rebalanced the price leg. We had already been in clear bullish order flow, inversing this, respecting this little one. 15 minutes, same thing. We didn't have anything, but like you could see that it was clear that the 15-minute was bullish. I think the hourly even started trending pretty well bullish. Yeah, the 4-hour candle had already opened low, and now it's high, so now it's going to continue up to close out. Yeah, that's really about it. So originally I wanted to see this. Right at the 30-second, and then there was like a pair of equal highs like right here, right? My stop loss was indeed just like right here. I think my stop loss. So this would have been it too. But once I seen we didn't, hold up. Oh, my stop loss was a little tighter. Stop loss was right here. Right, once I seen that, okay, we didn't get it here, and we started running up. Originally, this was going to be my break even. I'm like, it's eval, bro. Let me just, fuck it, let's do it. Right? Then I seen we created and opened up this 1 minute, so I put my thing like around CE of the 1 minute, which perfectly wicked into it, and from there, we got this pressure upwards. Went break even once we took that internal high, and I left my break even pretty tight, like right here, like right on it. Moved it around a little bit, but once we took this 930 wick, I started, I was obviously targeting up here. I moved it to like right here to secure at least 500 about, and it continued higher. So we ended up coming up about 1200, so 1198, $1,198 on eval, which I wish it could have been a funded day. It's unfortunate, but it's all right, man. Just be fortunate. All profit is good profit, like I used to say, and I still need to continue to say. So yeah, just got to realize the little things like those eval plays and that. To me, this trade is like a B plus, only because of how long it took, and even before, like you see the accumulation. Now, don't get me wrong, it is pretty evident and clear that we are going to want to continue higher after after filling all of these lower gaps, respecting them pretty well, and starting the trend upwards. It's pretty evident and clear. Yes, we want to, but again, it's after 11. The inverse happened after 11 is 1, and it just took so long. That was it. That's why I didn't take it on funded. Hopefully, this account, we have like those alphas are pretty low in the gutter. Like they're 1200 down. Hopefully we get this one by the end of this week, if not Monday. Can heavy risk on one of those, either get it back, like either, rekindle it, or just have this one sitting, waiting patiently. I don't even know how the rules on that work. If I have 6, like how would it even work? I'd swap one out. Inshallah, I would, if I could. So yeah, let's just find out and see that. But hey, let's not get into that until that happens, Maybe I'll hop on PM later. But yeah, with that being said, peace, love, positivity. Ski.